Banger after banger. Hit after hit. The best music. Turn up your dial. Only on Hot FM.
Welcome to Zambia's hottest radio talk show, The Hot Seat, exclusive to Hot FM 87.7.
Your hot station, number one for news and entertainment, which you're listening to this Thursday morning. And welcome to the Hot Seat radio program. This is a weekly talk show that takes a look at the country's most topical issues. It engages the newsmakers and offers a chance to you, the listener, to call in and be part of the show. I am your host. My name is Peter Zulu Jr. We are coming to you live from Hot Media House here in Long Acres, and we're also live on selected radio stations on the Copper Belt. Allow me to extend a warm welcome to our guests on the show this week. PF Kabushi constituency parliamentary candidate Bowman Lusambo. Good morning.
Good morning, PZ. Good morning, listeners out there. And I'm happy to be here this morning after our party adoption process. Mm-hmm. And I'm back here at Hot FM. And this is not the first time I've been featuring on this important talk show. I'm not a stranger to Hot FM. And I want to thank Hot FM management for supporting the PF government and for supporting Bowman Chilosha Lusambo, the bulldozer political journey. I thank you.
All right, so we must say congratulations to you for successfully filing in your nomination to defend the Kabushi seat. We will shortly, get into details of that, and but the die is cast now. August 12th, Zambians elect their leaders at both presidential, parliamentary, and local government. Today, in the last day for presidential nominations, and now that the official campaigns have commenced, the countdown to 12th August is definitely on. How are you feeling personally about this process?
Thank you very much, PZ, and listeners out there. First and foremost, I want to congratulate the Zambians who have been promoting democracy. They have accepted democracy. We are a young democracy, and year in, year out, have been growing democratically in our country. We want to thank our forefathers who fought for a multi-party political system to be introduced in our country. And our forefathers, their fight was a genuine fight, and they wanted each and every Zambian to participate in the governance of this great nation, Zambia. So for me personally, seeing the nominations or filing in of nominations of individuals, political party leaders, it's very encouraging. It's very encouraging. What I can assure you that we are moved democratically from one step to another as a country. And what we can only assure and encourage our people, the Zambians people that are out there, they have to know that we are one. We are brothers and sisters. We come from the same homes. So these political parties should not be a thing for us to, or a cause for us to start fighting. We have done well as a democracy, but we need to do more when it comes to understanding one another. So for me personally, I'm very excited that we are here today.
All right. Most election observers feel, this election would be different, especially because of the new wave of first-time voters, owing to the new electoral register and the use of social media in election campaigns. You have been here before, involved in the heat of election campaigns. Does this particular one feel different?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that we'll be doing this general election under the new normal, under the COVID-19 five golden rules. No, in the sense that it will be just one of those elections which we have been having in our country. Elections come and go. It doesn't mean that if we have today a new voter register, we'll see a lot of new entrants. It doesn't mean that. The most important thing is the people of Zambia, they have come to understand and they have come to analyze us as leaders who have offered ourselves to work on behalf of the people of Zambia. So this election is just one of those elections. It is different, yes, because we are in COVID-19 period. There are a lot of restrictions. We won't see those nice rallies which we used to see in previous campaigns. We'll see different strategies in campaigning. Yeah, that is the only difference. But
there are a lot of first-time voters on the new register. You still don't feel concerned about what decision these young voters bring to the table in this era of social media and technology, and what this will mean to you? Because you've experienced quite a number of campaign periods or elections in your time.
Yeah, Pizzy, me as an individual, as a politician as well, I've been in political fraternity for quite some time. I'm one of the politicians who started from the grassroots, and I've witnessed elections. We have escorted MPs, councillors, and presidents to State House. Each election time, we see new people registering as voters. We see youths registering as voters. So it's not peculiar for 2021 to say they are a new voter, the youths and other voter who have registered. We have been seeing all those things since the inception of democracy in our country.
Is it safe to say you're not concerned about the new first-time voters that are going
We are concerned about the country. We are concerned about the development which we are giving to the people of Zambia. That's the thing which we are concerned about, because whether the new entrants as voter, the old, they all analyze us based on the development which we are giving to them.
All right.
So for us, we are not panicking. For us, we are very steady and focused. And our aim is just to finalize the democratic process, which we are doing from now up to 12th of August. Because we know that President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, president of our mighty Patriotic Front Party and president of the country, is very comfortable where he is now. That's why we have told him, sir, relax, sir, relax. We are here as your soldiers and we are doing the work. And I can assure you that we are doing the work. So the president is just there to make sure that he controls the ship.
So you've told him to relax.
We have told him to relax.
I'll come back to that point where you've told him to relax later on the show. On Monday, you successfully filed in your nomination papers, as candidate on the PF ticket to recontest Kabushi's seat. We saw multitudes of people, turning up to show solidarity to you. Describe to us how that went when you went to file in your nomination papers.
Thank you very much, Pizzy, and the listeners out there. As you might be aware, Bowman Lusambo, the bulldozer's name in Kabushi constituency, is an household name. And when they heard that my time for filing in my nomination, it will be at that particular time, the entire road from Kabwe Road up to Rubuto, it was damn packed. No one called the people. The people reacted. The same way you saw those numbers, that is the numbers we are going to give to His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu. I've been telling you that Kabushi is done and dusted. We have nothing to compete for in Kabushi constituency. For us, we are working to add more numbers to His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu in other constituencies, not Kabushi constituency. Kabushi constituency is a done deal. So for me, as a member of parliament or a candidate for PF in Kabushi constituency, I can assure you that I'm very comfortable. I'm sitting in a comfort zone.
Isn't that wishful thinking to just think because people have turned up to see you, a multitude of people have turned up to see you filing your nomination papers, therefore you interpret that as an election victory for you and President Lungu?
Exactly. It's not wishful thinking. That is the way things happen. So for me, in Kabushi constituency, okay, it's different from others. Those who would go to file in their nominations, getting people all over Zambia for them to escort them to go and file in their nominations. Very different from Kabushi lawmaker. Kabushi lawmaker, people just move on their own to support genuinely. If you come to Kabushi constituency and ask the 5-year-old boy or girl that who is your member of parliament in Kabushi constituency, they will give you a correct answer. That is the bulldozer. And you now start figuring out who's the bulldozer, and they will tell you that it's Bowman Lusambo. The bulldozer is our area member of parliament. So for me, I can assure you, Pizza, and the listeners out there, that the job in Kabushi is already done. The job is
based on the multitudes that we saw escort you to witness your nomination.
Based on the relationship which we have created, the development which we have given to our people, that is where we are basing our faith. And when you come to Kabushi constituency, Pizzi, they will tell you that no, Pizzi, not Kabushi constituency. Like they've told me, Bowman, don't come here. Go and work for the President Edgar Chagwarungu in other constituencies. Here it's done. It is a done deal. And I can assure you, the reaction of the people in the constituency, the way you saw them, that's the way they are going to react on the 12th of August. That's the way they are going to vote. They will not change. They won't change. If you came to the nomination center with, like in Kabushi constituency, with 2 people, how do you expect the people to turn up in numbers on the voting day for you?
I'm happy that you've brought this aspect of multitudes coming to support you as you file in your nomination. Yesterday we saw the UPND leader, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, filing in his nomination papers. We saw a huge crowd, and some of his supporters already feel that is going to be the same crowd, or the same huge crowd that he is winning in August. And you were a minister for Lusaka just a few days ago, and you know the political terrain here very, very well. And from your own explanation, so does that mean that the turnout at HH's nomination mean that he is likely to win the August 12th general elections based on the crowds that we saw yesterday?
That now it's a wishful thinking. You know that if one ECL decided to get numbers to Mulungushi, who would have crossed East Park Mall, who would have crossed Manda Hill Shopping Mall, who would have crossed Arcades Shopping Mall, because the entire Lusaka would have moved to Mulungushi. But President Edgar Chagwarungu is the president of this country. He's respecting the 5 golden rules of COVID-19. And he told all of us that I don't want to see anyone at Mulungushi, not even the choir members. So that is now wishful thinking. From that,
how's it wishful thinking? This was your yardstick, Honorable Lusambo.
For
you,
me,
you said the people that we've seen in Kabushi interpret that,
I can
that
justify.
you will win the election.
Exactly.
So the people that we saw here in Lusaka, the multitude, does that mean Mr. Hichilema is winning the August 12th?
Comparing to which?
Okay, does it mean he's going to win the Lusaka province?
No, comparing to which candidate?
You use the same yardstick as you.
Me?
Yes.
Me, it was the UPND. They came and they had no people. Not because they didn't want to bring people, because they have no support in Kabushi constituency. Other candidates came, they had no people, because they have no support in that constituency. But here, you can't say those 5 people went to Mulungushi to support Hakainde Hichilema. It is the general picture that he will win 2021 general election.
That's the picture that you've painted for us.
No, for me in Kabushi constituency, if one ECL told us, guys, I'm going to fire in, those people you saw for Hakainde Hichilema, it's just one word in Chakunkula, Munali, would have done better than that. One word, Chakunkula word. One for ECL, one. Now, how many words do we have in Lusaka district? Who would have covered from University of Zambia, East Park, Arcades, Manda Hill. Okay? We're supposed to compare You have to compare the cup to the spoon. But here, there is no comparison. Hakainde Hichilema went there alone with his supporters. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, he decided, because he's a law-abiding citizen, he decided to go to Mulungushi to show the people that we are in COVID-19 and we need to respect the 5 golden rules. And
why didn't you respect the 5 golden rules in Kabushi?
Exactly.
Lusambo?
I told you that I went to filing my nomination alone. All those people, they came out. Not that we went to pick them. Hakainde Hichilema, we saw buses.
Why didn't you issue the same instruction that President Edgar Lungu issued to say
we did.
Stay away,
we did.
Stay away,
we did.
Stay away?
We did. We issued a statement. When you go to my Facebook page, you will see that there was a message which went to the general public, especially in Kabushi constituency. So, for me, are you telling me that those few people went to support Hakainde Hichilema can be compared with a support base in Lusaka for ECL? PZ,
well, from the current yardstick you're using.
No, I'm not using
from the current yardstick you're using right now. We can't compare because we haven't seen the other crowd.
Exactly.
But
we can't compare
based on the crowd that we've seen. So in the yardstick you're using.
No.
Mr. Hichilema is leading according to the yardstick that you're using.
In your dreams. I can assure you that ECL, with a command that, guys, I'll be filing in my nominations tomorrow, and I will need support. I can assure you that the entire Lusaka, including Hot FM, would have been on standby or standstill. I can assure you that President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, where support is concerned, don't mess up with him. Don't mess up with him.
Let's go back to Kabushi. There are 7 other candidates that are challenging you for that seat.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a walk in the park for you?
For me, first of all, I'm a Democrat. I respect democracy. And I want other people also to exercise their democratic right. So we have seen candidates wanting to stand in Kabushi constituency. We wish them well because we are in a democratic country. And I can assure you that as a Democrat, I would want other people to participate, not to compete, to participate and feel how it feels to be on the ballot paper. That's all. They are not there to compete with a bulldozer. A bulldozer is a bulldozer. We will not change a bulldozer to a lake. It won't happen.
Okay. As you left your, the nomination center, your team bumped into a UPND campaign team, and the picture, showing the 2 teams hugging emerged, and many Zambians were pleased that, with the show of love and respect for each other that you exhibited. How committed are you and the PF to running a clean campaign, especially in Kabushi?
First and foremost, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, president of this country, president of our party, he is a peace-loving Zambian, and he has told us that we will not allow to shed blood because of sending someone to State House, because of sending someone to Parliament, because of sending someone to that council chamber. For us, we will defend the peace which we have enjoyed for the past 56 years. We also want to make sure that we exhibit love to our people, because we are one people. We are one people. Okay, those people we met in Kabushi constituency, they are our brothers and sisters. Some of them, they are my young sisters, and I was laughing, joking with them. Okay, let us compete. Okay, knowing very well that they can't compete with us. UPND can't compete with us in this country. They cannot compete with us in this country. With the current leadership, they can't. Because
so what have you done to make sure that this is a clean campaign? Because everybody, you are highly recommended for that gesture where we saw the 2 camps actually hugging and just taking pictures and wishing each other well. But we tend to see this trend where at the start, when it comes to nominations, you're hugging and you're showing love to one another. But when the campaigns kick off, in the heat of the campaigns, the violence kicks in. So what have you done to change that during these times, during this year's elections, as far as Kabushi is concerned?
In Kabushi, I think we have done very well, because my entire party structure in Kabushi constituency, we have taught them that there is no need for us to fight. Let us embrace one another, knowing very well that Kabushi constituency belongs to PF. So we need to be talking to our people. When we meet, we joke around. It is just a game. You see what I mean? It is just a game, and I can assure you that in Kabushi, we will maintain the peace in Kabushi, because we want the outcome from Kabushi constituency to be free and fair elections in Kabushi constituency.
It's one thing, Mr. Lusambo, to actually say, you expect a peaceful election, but it's another when your cadres are out there campaigning for you and trying to, canvass for votes for you, and we hear of these spates of violence. Have you personally sat down with the cadres and told them what to do when they're in the field? What's the outcome?
Exactly.
And what was said between you and the cadres?
As for me, as a candidate for Kabushi constituency, and I've sat down with all the 8 ward candidates in Kabushi constituency, and I've told them that I don't want any form of violence in Kabushi constituency during this campaign period. And moreover, we'll be doing door-to-door, because there are no rallies. We'll be doing door-to-door. We'll be doing a lot of road shows. And I've told them that let us respect the rule of law in our constituency. We don't need any lawlessness. So for me, I'll be there to promote peace each and every time I'm in these wards. And I'll be very happy actually to have a cup of coffee with all the 7 candidates who are standing or aspiring in Kabushi constituency, just to show love to one another, because whether we like it or not, there will be only one winner in this general election, whether at the presidential level, at the parliamentary level, or at the mayoral level. Only one per seat, only one. So there's no need for us to fight.
What happens when you hear there's an incident involving your supporters and rival supporters? What action are you going to take?
I'll be cancelling those 2 camps. Definitely, I'll be doing a lot of cancelling in my constituency. That is the role I'll be taking.
Let us now deal with the thorny issue of adoptions and how messy they have been. Frankly, in both 2 big political parties in the country, you issued a statement advising PF-aligned independent parliamentary candidates to consider rescinding their decisions, while some of them, have gone ahead to, actually resign from the Patriotic Front as a constitutional requirement for them to participate in elections as candidates. What are you telling them now?
Thank you very much, Pizzy, and listeners out there. Pizzy, first of all, Bowman Lusambo, the bulldozer, is not a politician who have just come from the booth. When you want to trace my roots politically, you will trace them. And I can assure you that I've supported presidents, I've supported members of parliaments, I've supported councillors going to State House, Parliament, and councils. So for me, I understand the political landscape of this great nation. That's why our name of the bulldozer, it's not only in Kabushi constituency. The name is everywhere. Why? Because I've managed to build this name for some time now. By supporting candidates, by supporting presidents. And you people, you say loyalty defines a man. And in politics, loyalty is one of the best weapon a politician should keep and keep it safe. It's loyalty. So We have a lot of politicians who are coming today. They want to come just to introduce themselves on the scene as politicians. They want to win as members of parliament. And they don't just want to win as members of parliament. Their ultimate goal is to become ministers. You see what I mean? So those things are very... there are things which we are not supposed to think of. First of all, respecting the party is one of the fundamentals which a politician should have in his head. We need to respect the party. We need to respect the party's decision. We have seen, yes, some people after the adoption process, they are saying, no, I was the one who was supposed to stand here. So the party have made a mistake to put this other person. You know, the political parties, it's a system. It's a system. And if you have an opportunity today to stand, I can assure you that it is just a privilege which the party has given you out of the 17 million Zambians. So what I'm trying to say here, Pizzi, is that my advice to the people, my colleagues who have decided to stand as independents, I just wanted to wish them well, because there are a lot of ways you introduce yourself in political fraternity. One, by kick-starting your political journey as an independent. And some of us, we are very lucky that after working so many years as supporters of politicians, I was introduced to kick-start my political journey as adopted a member of parliament for Kabushi constituency. And it wasn't a easy decision to make by the Central Committee, and I've been saluting the Central Committee, because the person who was sitting in the seat in Kabushi constituency, Madam Honorable Dorothy Kazunga, she was the deputy chairperson for PF, and I was given an opportunity to stand in that constituency by sacrificing a deputy national chairperson. That is not something easy. It's something big.
But
so for me,
your situation was rather different, Honorable Lusambo. You came from the MMD. We saw the two parties form this. I'll call it a marriage of convenience between the PF and the MMD. Obviously, there were some decisions made in the background that we're not privy to.
No, that is a wrong perception. That is a wrong perception.
How should my question to you is, how should a person like Binwa Mpundu, who's been told to wait 5 years, he's waited 5 years, he's come back in 2021, where the structures say he's popular, he's denied. Emmanuel J. Banda in Petauke, denied in 2016, comes back 2021, the structures say he's popular, denied again. And then we had the first timers like Rashida in Kalulushi. All those that are going independent, they all have where they stand. They have waited, they've been patient, and you said when the structures say they are popular, the party will listen. But it's a different result. Why should they still be loyal when they're being sidelined?
Thank you very much for that question, Pizzi. You know, the popularity of an individual and the popularity of the party, they're two different popularities we're talking about here. And I can assure you, loyalty is very, very important. We don't the party they don't promise that wait for 5 years will be MP. Wait for this year will be.
They promise to pick the most popular on the ground and listen to the structures.
So, look here, it's busy. For me, I can't answer that question directly, because I'm not a member of the Central Committee. I'm not the chair of the Central Committee. I'm not the president of the party. I'm not the Secretary General of the party. I'm not the chair person of the party. I'm also a candidate. And the same process I went through, that is the same process all of us as aspiring candidates went through. So I can assure you that it is not about me. It's about the party.
Don't
Because,
you think you had it easier than what your friends are going through, the ones that have decided to go independent?
I don't think so. We have, our party is a democratic party. We have people, big giants who have been left out. Cabinet ministers who have been left out. Because that process, it was transparent, democratic. That's why the casualties, we had casualties both sides. We had casualties as ministers like Yaluma. When you go to Northern Province, they will tell you that Yaluma has been left out. When you go to Copperbelt Province, my colleague, Minister for Sports, is not there. My friend Vincent Mwada is not there. There are a lot of ministers who have been left out. Mr. Wanchinga is not there. If the president wanted to defend, who would have defended these ministers? Some of those ministers, they are President Edgar Chagwa Lungu personal friends. Okay? So, when the party decides, the president will go together as a corrective agreement, a corrective thing. So for me, I can't say I had it easy. No, because I went through the same process, same day. So, Pizzi, you can't say, no, Bowman, yours, it was on Saturday in the evening, and these others, it was on Monday in the morning. So you went through different process. Same process, my friend, same. And when they are picking us, okay, it's more like the president is picking the minister. Okay, it's not just this minister is picked, this minister. He had to put a lot of things into consideration. It's even when you have been picked as candidates in these constituencies, there are a lot of things which they put into consideration. That's why we go through primary elections from constituency, district, province, up to central committee level. And central committee level, they do discuss, Pizzi. It is not just a free passage. They do discuss. That's why some of the meetings, they were ending very late, because they were discussing, analyzing each and every candidate.
I'll ask you this, Honorable Lusambo. Did you buy your seat to contest the Kabushi seat come August 2021? Because, well, there were complaints of or accusations of corruption and money being exchanged and officials being bought. Were you one of the aspiring candidates that actually bought their seat?
Ngawaisa kukabushipizi na achikwewa pakubala okweba ati ifwe political career yesu kale yamba kale twamba okubomba nolo twale ya mukabushi constituency nishi kutwali bomba kale so nangulelo wa kabushi constituency bakaya kweba nokweba not Bowman. Okay, Kabushi, we are about to make history in Kabushi constituency. Since independence, Kabushi constituency has been having one term MP. We have done the first phase. We have been adopted as a Kabushi constituency candidate. And on the 12th of August, we are going to rewrite that history which has been in Kabushi constituency. Because we have created a very strong bond between Kabushi constituency and us. With me as a member of parliament for Kabushi constituency. So, if you feel for a point, well,
there are accusations of corruption and officials being bought in your various structures. Accusations. Well, you tell me. You won the seat. You won the seat, and I've seen you, in public crowds. You giving out empowerment.
Yes. Empowerment. Empowerment is about money.
And everything.
If I'm empowering marketeers, they will get money for their capital. Yes. If I'm empowering other people, will give them. If you are empowering people in chicken layering, we'll give them chickens. We'll give them feed. Yes, we have been doing that. It's not a taboo. Those are the people I work with. If you want to improve their capital, I would do that, but not this period. This period, everything is done. We are now going there just to talk to our people. So if you munera pizza inenji fishibe ati barashita.
So you
Famba kuti washita chani? Washita ku district, washita ku constituency, washita ku province, wasashita na kuti washita wa president iwe. Ninshu inga wapera wa president. Kuti washita wa president. Tem salo lobo wa pizi. Kuti washita chani wa president. Ati mbepo hapa. You can't. That's why president ari kwa tama tui 1 million. Ari kwa tama enso 2 million. So you walk to the land if you talk second or second, Bowman finish the land. Constituency and need feed him. Okay? So if you feel kushiteshene teaching fish when fish one. Tu afishitira pesa. Nani wingashita? Tu ashita president. The president defo kumishita mbe pachipuna. Elo ba alusa. Elo ba imwena mwatani never nashitisha siti. Nomba kuwa washita nenshi. Nendala manshi wako atayu. Ya kushita kateka. Ndala manshi wako atayu kushita chagwa. That process, but PZO2 it was democratic, it was transparent, and the people were picked. The party picked the best candidate.
How do you think this will play out with the number of independent candidates that are PF aligned, if we put it like that, going into August, 12th, 2021? Do you think this will affect the PF? Do you think this will split the votes when it comes to the PF?
No, not at all. Not at all. I can just wish them well because they have taken the other path, and Zambia is a democratic country, and they want to go independent. Let them go independent, and I want to thank them and wish them well. But for us as PF, I can assure you that we are not moved. We are not moved. We will face each and every opponent head on, and I can assure you that no vote will be divided for His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu and the PF candidate, because we are there to protect this same vote. That's why we are there. That's why we are campaigning. That's why we are going door to door. It's to protect the same vote. So for me, PZ and the listeners out there, I can only wish my colleagues who have decided to go independent good luck. And for me, as a Kabushi member, candidate for PF, and also mobilization for Copper Belt, my job is to make sure that we protect the vote for His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu and the 22 members of Parliament in the province, and all the councillors and council chairpersons. That is my job. And you'll be seeing me in Lufanyama, you'll be seeing me in Mpongwe, you'll be seeing me in Kitwe, Kalulushi, Mufurira, Chingola, and Chidilabombwe, just to go and protect the vote for His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu. That's my job.
All right.
That's my job.
We've had a very interesting week. It was all about nominations, and we saw presidential running mates unveiled. Most people actually thought that you were a potential running mate to President Edgar Lungu because you are very popular across the country, but the president settled for Professor Nkanduluo. What do you think was the criteria that President Edgar Lungu used in arriving at the choice of Professor Nkanduluo as running mate when people pegged you as one of the potential running mates?
Thank you very much, Epizi, and listeners out there. First and foremost, I want to congratulate President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, president of our mighty Patriotic Front Party, and also president for the country, Zambia. That this president you see is very intelligent, and his wisdom, he has a very unique wisdom. For the president to pick on this, the celebrated woman, Honorable Nkanduluo, many of you may not know Honorable Nkanduluo. Honorable Nkanduluo, she's one of intelligent woman we have in our country. Honorable Nkanduluo, she is one of the celebrated women in this country. Honorable Nkanduluo, she's an accomplished woman. She has held different portfolios within Zambia, Minister of Local Government. She has worked as Minister of Communication, Minister of Chiefs, Minister of Livestock and Fisheries, and many other portfolios within Zambia. She has also held international portfolios. So she's not a cheap woman. She's a very stable woman with a strong character. So President Edgar Chagwa Lungu to pick Honorable Nkanduluo as a running mate, we just want to support and congratulate His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu's choice. This choice is now a party's choice. And this choice is the country's choice, because President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, whether you like it or not, is retaining the seat as Republican president. And automatically, Honorable Nkanduluo becomes Republican vice president.
I think that's up to the people. You can't say whether you like it or not.
The people have decided.
Yeah, the people will decide.
The people have decided.
I don't think it's right for you to say whether you like it or not.
The people have decided.
Who are you referring to when you say whether you like it or not?
People like you who are questioning President Edgar Chagwa Lungu's decision. So whether you like it or not, Pezi, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu and the running mate, Honorable Professor Nkanduluo, they will govern this country together with all of us, and we will support the candidature of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu and Professor Nkanduluo. Professor Nkanduluo, Pizzi, everyone, each and every Zambian, they know this woman. They know this woman. She will be the easiest woman to sell across the country. She will be the easiest woman to sell across the country. So for me, as a member of our party, the Patriotic Front Party, I'm a very proud member.
Okay.
Because the president has picked on the most celebrated woman, the woman of integrity. That is the woman we have, the president has picked as a running mate. Many of you, including you are thinking maybe it's the bulldozer, because bulldozer will pull crowds to the president. Maybe it's who. But the president himself, he has said, no, this time around I need
Were
this
you disappointed that you were not considered for this position as running mate?
No, because that is the president's choice. And I can assure you that it's a very good choice. All of us, we have to... I'm a young man, Pizzi, very young, and my political future is very bright. So, for now, we are supporting ECL. And ECL with a running mate.
Do you think if President Edgar Lungu had appointed you as running mate, you would have made the rest on August 12th much easier for him?
President Edgar Chagwa Lungu has appointed Professor Nkanduluo, and all of us, without any exception, we have to support President Edgar Chagwa Lungu and Honorable Professor Nkanduluo.
Do you think you'd have made the rest easier for him if you were running mate?
I'm not there. So there is no comparison. President Lungu and Professor Nkanduluo, they will make it very easy for us to win 2021 general election.
All right, let's look at another running mate that was picked, a running mate that you worked with in the past. On the other hand, Mrs. Mutalina Lumango, a woman you know very, very well from your time in the MMD. What do you say about her nomination as Mr. Hakainde Hichilema's running mate?
Thank you very much, Pizzi. First, na dievere mutati na KBF njebere okomwaya mukafurumuka ko lubironga bakapanga baile bare chensa meno njebere Hakainde Hichilema te wakuchensera ko meno mwaya mure chensa meno mwa tuka noko mwa fuma mure tuka ICO na ICO wale miseka mu State House atu alaba mona te papa nga papa wakuloma, where are they? Babwerere ko kwati ninkala mushiba pepeke uko baile alama politics nayo yafuire mure kwata kwa integrity ama politics ko kwata kwa integrity te kula sama fie. Okay, bali tupontera palika press briefing bakwete, this one will talk about economy, this one will talk about njere imweteka nyeni. mutati twali mupere bu minister wa finance free of charge takwatapo constituency ulia free of charge ba president ba mupera bu minister wa finance free of charge ba mupera iwe bomba ale takataka vyaiso kwa takataka holo amukupontera bakateka padi economy ero abazambians bamona tikwena oyu muntu oyu taba bwino oyu bali mupere bu minister wa finance ngale fo kuchinja ichalo nista chinjisha ninshi bampere bu minister wa finance ba KBF nali umfo ba UPND no is a strategist daba seka nitebere bu strategist wakwisa. How can you expect KBF to be a political strategist? Are you sure? In this country, you're saying KBF is a political strategist. Where are you putting me as a bulldozer? Where are you putting my brother Kaiser Zulu? Where are you putting others? We have political strategists. Some of them, they don't even want to come in public. Not with political strategists who have few. Political strategists. Which political strategist? Finish with KBF but there. If you finish from Ingawe but political strategist. From where?
Maybe you're not aware because he was very instrumental in 2011.
No,
At the time, you are with the ruling MMD.
But KBF, over to Abeshwa Mukot. Not to politics. More politics, mwana ba pizi umuntu. Omo tuabaka. Mwadi wa ma heavyweight ma politics, ha? Tebu heavyweight wakulanda fe pakanwaka. Mukese background. Heavyweight background. Not that is political. You can't be a political strategist without having roots in all these constituencies. Buffy, which political strategies are you going to put on the table? And those strategies, they are going to work with who? Buffy. Mamana.
Are you therefore downplaying any are you therefore downplaying any political value that this brings to the UPND?
Takwa political value in Chibapis. Tell me political value yakwa KBF.
Because Mr. Gabriel Fubewale was very instrumental in 2011.
Where?
He was very instrumental in a party.
Ngonga wakweba toka imini nako yo as a lawyer, bishani chwa instrument. Nishwa instrument. What do you mean by instrument? What do you mean by instrument?
I'll ask again, are you privy to the information of what happened in 2011, seeing that you were representing the MMD at that time?
Iwe. Pizi, inena alelanda na basata. Okay, pushiba chiruba nama. Me, I was talking to Mr. Sata one-on-one. Na alelanda na basata ini. Sana. Abe ingi abantu bali mna kwa tatu alelanda na basata. I was talking to Mr. Sata. Basata ini mna phone balento. Ask Benjamin chiruba nama. He will tell you the truth. So, if you're from Leland, if you maybe if you are bomba ponenchi to ikulu while in opposition, then you are be na Leland na KBF. Maybe we did a lot.
Are you therefore saying you were betraying the MMD at the
not
time?
Not betraying.
Or working against? Let me rephrase
betray,
it.
Not working against.
Were you working against the MMD government at the time?
Not working against.
With Mr. Michael Chulufyasata?
Not working against. Not working against. Not working against.
Then what were you doing?
Working.
For who?
For the people of Zambia. Working for
assisting
the people of
the
Zambia.
PF while you're a member of the MMD.
Of Zambia. We are working for the people of Zambia.
What will stop you from doing that? Working for the people of Zambia, as you've put it, under President Edgar Lungu, or speaking to his biggest rival?
Which biggest rival?
His Mr. Hakainde Hichilema.
My president, what the biggest rival?
Well, the numbers say that.
Which biggest rival? Biggest rival? What is your biggest rival? Iwe. The biggest rival what wish wa. My president Edgar Lungu what the biggest rival? Where? Imwe wa mtumpika abantu imwe ba pizi imwe. Biggest rival? Kwisa. Ifwe tu akwata fema political parties. Ayengi mchalo. Tata wakata biggest rival. If we talk about the biggest party, ni PF tu akwata. Chapwa.
I'll ask you again, Mr. Lusambo.
Biggest rival.
What's stopping you from doing what you did in 2011? Where you said you were working for the people, you were with the MMD, you were speaking to Mr. Michael Chulufyasata, and right now you're with President Edgar Lungu.
He wasn't my enemy.
How do we
know
that
you're
not
for example,
so are you therefore saying that Mr. Hichilema is your enemy?
Mr. Hichilema, I can't work with Hakainde Hichilema. I cannot work with Hakainde Hichilema, and the reasons are very simple. When PF lost, MMD lost elections in 2011, Hakainde Hichilema called me and he told me, Bowman, now Mr. Sata can only hear the Tonga Boo's voice. And I told him, Baka in the Marufianya. Me, I'm not a tribalist. Yes, I'm Lamba, but I'm not a tribalist. Me, I'm Lamba. I'm a very proud Lamba, Pizzi. I come from Copperbelt province, Mpongwe in particular. Chieftainess, Lesser's chiefdom. Okay? And I'm not a tribalist. If there's a tribe in this country which has accommodated other tribes and they live as one, is Lambas. And you cannot bring issue of tribalism in Lambaland. The chiefs themselves, they will sit you down and talk to you. Because us, if you want to say the nationalists, it's us. Because for us, we want to bring people together. Our bigger picture is Zambia. That's why we have built cities. We have built Zambia through our minerals from Copperbelt province. We have built Zambia. We have built other cities across Africa using our minerals from the Copperbelt province. So when you are next to a Lamba person like me, Pizzi, you are a very protected person because this Lamba man is a loving person. Lamba women are loving people. So we are mothers and fathers. So what I told Hakainde Hichilema, I told him, Hakainde Hichilema, I cannot do that. He even called the second time. He was in Luapula province by the time they were in Park with Honorable Edith Nawakwi. He used the Siakarima. By the time Siakarima was a presidential advisor to Hakainde Hichilema. Siakarima called me again. No, Bowman, President Hakainde Hichilema wants to see you. I told him, I said, I have no time for that. Okay? Hakainde Hichilema is our brother. Is Tonga is our brother. But if you are tribe, if you are Mwingira, if you are Fikana Mafupa, Tet Fifume, na Mumulopa, Tet Fifume. So, Uria, if you are President Mzambia, it's a missed call. It's a missed call. Any other Tonga can be president. Any other Lamba can be president. Any other Lozi can be president, but not Hakainde Hichilema. So,
well, that's up to the people. So we'll wait for the people to decide.
The people they have decided already. The people they have decided already.
Let's wait for the people to decide.
The people. How many times do you want the people to decide? Sure.
Well, they have an opportunity on the 12th.
They have been deciding. So the signals are there. They have been deciding.
Let's wait for the people to decide. I want you to touch on
coming to Honorable Mutale Narumango. As a person, I know her very well. I know her and her background as a teacher. I know her as a speaker. I know her from MMD's time. So you cannot compare Mutale Narumango to Professor Nkandu Luo. By far, you cannot compare them. Even first of all, they are all human beings, and we respect that. They are all human beings. They were created in the image of God. We respect that. But when it comes to credentials, you cannot compare Mutale Narumango to our celebrated running mate, Honorable Nkandu Luo. Just credentials. First, academic credentials or qualifications and the achievements as individuals. You cannot. So, our running mate, Honorable Nkandu Luo, she's bringing on the table the very vast experience. She's bringing on the table a lot of benefits which the people of Zambia, they are going to benefit from. My elder sister, or my mother, Mutale Narumango, she's there just as the convenience picture for Hakainde Hichilema.
What makes you say that?
I know Hakainde Hichilema. I'm just from describing Hakainde Hichilema. And if she was my mother,
and what do you mean just for convenience?
If she was my biological mother, I would have gone to Honorable Mutale Narumango to withdraw because they are using her. by Hakainde Hichilema. They are using her because Hakainde Hichilema has used other tribes before. He used GBM, he used Kenisiasi.
And you're being tribal by saying that.
That is how he is.
But you're being tribal yourself.
No, me, I wanted Hakainde Hichilema to transform. That is how he is. That is how he is. Hakainde Hichilema, he has nothing to do with other tribes. I'm telling you. He has nothing to do with other tribes. So there is just giving just a picture to the country that he can work with the Bembas. He can work with the other tribes. But in the actual sense, that is not a reality. Even the inner circle for UPND, they have been complaining over this decision to give Mutarena Rumango as running mate. Me have the correct information from UPND.
Because you're speaking to them?
They are my brothers. Most of the UPND members, including Mutarena Rumango, they are from MMD. We used to be together. And I can assure you that the relationship which we created, there is no one who can break it. No one. So, when they are in that committee for UPND, immediately after that meeting, they tell me everything I have here. Okay? They wanted, actually, others wanted KBF to be the running mate. A lot of them, they wanted KBF, the UPND. That is the reason why HH even delayed to announce. It is not that he wanted to do Edgar Chagwa Lungu's way. No. The guy was stuck. He was stuck. The UPND, they told me that this guy is stuck. So, Mutarena Rumango is just a picture. Mutarena Rumango means nothing to your UPND. She means nothing.
If she meant, if the way you're putting it, if she means nothing to the UPND, she got the most votes when they had their general conference. She was appointed vice president. Would you appoint somebody that means nothing to you as vice president, Mr. Lusambo?
Do you know Hakainde Hichilema, you? Pizzy, do you know Hakainde Hichilema? Ask me. I know Hakainde Hichilema in and out. The privatization days, the time Hakainde Hichilema was not in politics, the way he came on the political scene, the way I've conducted himself. I know Hakainde Hichilema in and out. I know him. I know the UPND. Pizzy, the UPND, me, I mingle with them. They are my colleagues. They are my friends. Whether at Parliament and outside Parliament, I mingle with them.
Honorable Lusambo, let's allow the people to get involved, in this program.
So, to appoint UPND party running mate.
Well, you've given us your answer.
Very good.
You've given us your answer.
And I want also to thank the former the vice president, Honorable Inonge Winner. Emma women aba. Nangu mulelanda papa women mule mfano kumfa Inonge Winner. Okay? Emma women aba. Ofo bare senda fyabe no kuisenda bene tabale alaba mayeba dabadi shuka badi. Ba Inonge Winner. Badi shuka nalesa wao bapepa alabo mfa mapepo yabo. Emma women badi anane Pizzy. So from Inonge Winner to Nkanduluo. Ba president wadamumona ba Edgar Chagwa Lungu badi shuka. Is a very lucky man.
All right.
So we want to thank the contribution our learning mate contributed both to the presidency and also to the country.
Okay.
As a running mate from 2016 to 2021. And we want to wish her well. And for us, some of us, we are too close to the vice president, and we'll continue supporting the vice president as we pursue other things in the future. So for me, I just want to wish her well.
All right. You're listening to The Hot Sit on your hot station number one for news and entertainment. We have the Kabushi aspiring member of parliament, Mr. Bowman Lusambo, joining us this morning on The Hot Sit, and we're also live on different radio platforms on the Copper Belt. You can listen to us live on 912 on GSTV countrywide. We're also live on GoTV, channel 301 countrywide, 87.7 here in Lusaka. The lines are 0974-870-877, 0950-955-877. Please introduce yourself. Give us your full names. We will not take any nicknames. Give us your full names and ask your question. You're live. Good morning.
Hello, Mwakabwanji.
Chauka chabe bwino Mwakabwanji.
Takabwino ni Ruben Kirai.
Ba Ruben Piri, tina wa Bowman Lusambo mu studio, kamba nabo.
Chaveri funo kamba, muni bwanja Bowman.
Muni bwanja wa Piri, Mwadela?
Ni Bachirwa.
Bachirwa.
Nima vera kambi, ma programs yaru nima ya kunkama ningi wa Bowman. Boro mwankara parija platform ya nima buya kupa Saturday.
Kondola.
Northern province ya radio na ibara cha
Kopa Belt province Sun FM.
I think mwakangi wa kulaninga Zambia kwa cha kuti Mr. Target mundu mozo always. Chamanga cho mind mwanu mukande chepa radio mukamba chepa yechi mukande chepa radio yose ni yechi manje nishi jana kuchitanishani simunga kambe koro pari bahari kalava oropari wa socialist party imwe ni UPND chabe mwaona zeni mukambati ndanu ba vice president wa UPND ati ni wanzanu maningi zeni vile voice vamene vimachezewa kuma meetings za UPND mu mavizio nishi vamene vice president jama kuzani bana rumango. So muzani yanga ko poyanga kapena just because muzwa na maningi na bamusali na rumango ndio amini bama kuletelana ma information yose amini makambati baba kamba ni vizi mu bedroom mwachi chini vimvera vimachoka ku bedroom.
Okay, Bachirwa mwafunza ma questions yanu tuzawapata chance wa Bowman bakuyanke ma questions yanu zikomo.
Okay,
Zikomo. We'll take in two more calls, Honorable Lusambo, so that we give you a chance to respond to those callers. Give us a call, 0974870877. Good morning. Buena bwanji.
Twasebenza nikamba na bandandi?
Mukamba na bamunga mulenga chirungu.
Maona mwanama maona ka. Yes,
Kamban question yanu. Ba mwinga.
Mera waonele bobosa wile mukamba. Bachanita kuna ufunza waonele mukamba tumutonga wonso. Wena ngwanga president wa Mzambia. Bacha president yeke chisiba kwa nise. Ule jamii kuvuka jamii kwa kufunza waonele bobosa. Unayambana na baitesi kapena kunishina ngo tamele mubasondera. Swapa metri mkuru wanga kono misigo ni mosi. Amene mulungu asankani wamene huyo. Manje katimuka mbaso niona tumunga simu kamba kwa bona. Muzi hapa meti bwela waonele bo 2021. Wamene wa HH wamene muka mbaso. Mulungu wanga pasa kwa heke cha nina daga msungani bwino. Waonele bona kumuko ndani na kusenzela pamozi. Chai ziko mkuru wanga ima pindimuka. Ima fiko tuwa minangara pabu no parasi na nena bwela kungara po ipa. Wachameke pepa waonele bo tumushancha advise mkuru wanga. Kalani pamozi na waitechi. Kazo ndani ni mapolisi kitaka hapa. Ndiye nda vikira. But call it to go to Mzan Mumuzonda. Sorry,
Zikomo. It's 0950-955-877, 0967-877-447, 0974-870-877. Good morning.
Order. Francis Mumden, teacher is calling you from Lusaka.
Bamumbi.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Amumbi.
Thank you very much. And good morning to you, Bowman. How are you, Honorable?
Very well, thank you, Amumbi. Mulishani Mkwai.
You know, we love you so much. Hard-working, firm, and, straight to the point. That's one thing. And I wish you all the best. And I pray that, you do your campaigns peacefully, nicely, serenely, and at the end of the day, retain your seat. The people need you. Now, for me, I want to say one thing. Also, I want to greet the President, Dr. Edgar Chagwa, UB Lungu, Igbo 1, ECL, the envious caring leader. That's ECL for me. For me, I want to tell you one thing. This time around, it is not John Kubera. This time around, it is Kubera, it's a Kwachita. That's home. And then Kubera, it's a Prinok Tita, through the manifesto. That's how we took out the manifesto. Others are just the manifesto for a long time they never had. And then also Kusonta, Epotwawomba, so that's Bamone. You get a point. That is the PS.
Yes.
So the people already know what is on the ground, what to expect next, and they've already seen for themselves. So others are trying to shoot down what the Patriotic Front has done. And the loyalty, that's what Lusambo shows the president, is the loyalty any member of the party should show to their leader, regardless of the situation, the way things are. So for me, I want to say one thing to you, Bowman. Work very hard and ensure that the president, you are one of the pillars, you are one of the people, that is why others were considering you one of the people who could have been a running mate. But at the end of the day, your time will come. You're still young, very energetic, very hardworking, and where you're coming from and where you're going, the future is very open. So, the Patriotic Front, there's so much that we have done, and let us make sure we stick to our manifesto. What we are going to do now, already what we've done, people have seen that others want to shoot down like there's nothing that we've done. And to the UPND, I want to say also, they should make sure that we have a peaceful, serene campaign. We did a very good thing about Bowman. Can you imagine how we saw, and I saw Nakaritu daughter who's in grade 12 now. She said, Daddy, did you see, we saw somewhere talking about the UPND and the PF, they were doing some campaigns. I think about Bowman on the cover.
Bamumbi, I'll have to cut you short because you've exhausted your time. So we have to give chance to Lusambo to actually, respond to.
Okay, let me end this way. Just in one way to say this is very, very important. And you've shown a very good example by mingling with the opposition at the right time to show an example to others. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's get your reactions, Mr. Lusambo, to the callers that we've just got. The first one, Mr. Chirwa, do you hate HH that much?
No, I don't. And I can assure my brother, Mr. Chirwa, that for me, I am a law-abiding citizen, and I'm a Christian. PZ, I'm a member of Bread of Life Church, and our bishop, our pastors, reverends, they do teach us that we have to love one another. And that is the greatest commandment from the Bible. So for me, HH is my brother, as Eddie alluded to. He is my brother. But this same brother of mine, when we come to politics, is not a person who is trustworthy in the political arena. Just the way he came and the way he has conducted himself. So for me, I don't hate him. Then the other caller who was saying fintu fila change. Fintu fila change. Twalikwete UNIP, twalikwete MMD, twalinakwata PF. Okay? And PF fila change twalikwete the late President Michael Chirufya Sata, may so rest in peace. Anatukwata President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And I can assure you that we are going with Edgar Chagwa Lungu. 2026 is coming with its own dynamics. So for us, we will campaign. We will continue campaigning for His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu and his team. So, Bamwinga, we know that Fintu Fila Chinja, we know.
Okay. And the other one was merely a compliment to you.
Yes, Bamumbi, yes, from Leranda Fiachine. That manifesto which the Mumbi referred to, it's a very good weapon for us as a country. It's a very good weapon for us as a PF. Everything is there. That's why our campaigns, they will not go away from the contents which it's reflecting in that manifesto. We will stick our campaigns to that manifesto because everything is there. Everything is in that manifesto, PZ. So I will encourage you, journalists and the other Zambians, to get PF manifesto. It's a very rich manifesto. It's a manifesto which will see this country transformed.
Okay. It's 0974-870-877, 0967-877-447. Good morning.
Yes.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, your line is very bad. Can you try and move from where you are? Okay, we'll have to pick up another call. The line is very, very bad. Please try call us back. We'd like to hear your contribution or your question for Honorable Lusambo, who is in the studio with us. Good morning.
Good morning, PZ.
Morning to you. What's your name?
Thank you. Wiseman Temple here.
Wiseman Tembo, your question to Mr. Lusambo?
Okay, good morning, Honored.
Good morning, Mr. Wise.
Morning. My question is very simple. You were part of the MMD government.
Part of?
MMD government.
In 2011. And you saw what happened when PF was taken over power. So I want to know from you. Do you think that there is wind of change? Because you have experienced it. So tell me now, is it the same as it was in 2011 or it's not? That's my question. Is there a wind of change?
Okay, thank you, Wiseman Tembo. 0974-870-877, 0950-955-877. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Fizzy.
Morning to you. What's your name?
Yes, please. You are talking to Bright Mambo. I'm calling you from Lusaka.
All right, Mr. Bright Mambo, go ahead with your question.
Yes, please. Yeah, I think to begin with, it's very sad that we can have a leader, a senior leader in the PF, talking in that disgruntled manner. You can't be expressing your bitterness over an individual throughout the whole program. You see, when you are on that platform, Mr. Lusambo, I think it's your opportunity to explain. Rather than expressing your bitterness, you have to beat an ordinary Zambian who is seeking leadership. You see, and you can't say we know him. Have you ever seen him in leadership? Of this country?
Yes.
Yes, he's been there in business. He's a successful businessman. He's there in church. He's a successful leader in the church. And he's also been there in other areas where we have seen him to be successful. He's a successful family man. You see, now, we haven't tested him in politics, Mr. Bowman Lusambo. We have seen you before. We have tested you. Personally, I've seen you. You are a very brutal person and a very violent character. And we know that. That's what we know. But we don't know about HH because we haven't tested him. And
Mr. Mambo,
a lot of Zambians, they want to test him. So
Mr. Mambo, what's your question?
Everybody. Speak for yourself. As what we know is, HH has not been in government before. We know him to be a hard worker. And we are here to test him come 12 August. So try to be a bit practical in your analysis. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mambo. Thank you for your contribution. We'll give chance to Mr. Lusambo to respond to your questions and your contributions. Please give us a call. It's 0974-870-877, 0950-955-877. Good morning. You're through to the hot seat.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you. What's your name?
My name is Moses Lungu. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Lungu.
Thank you so much. I think the way can speak for themselves. I think we have seen what the PF has done. Yes, economically we can say we are struggling here and there, but we have to understand that what is happening in Zambia is also happening globally. You look at Turkey, they are struggling.
Please hold your phone properly so that we hear you clearly.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, please just hold it properly as you speak. Please speak through the mic so that we hear you properly.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that what is happening globally has somehow affected us even economically. So as we are going out to campaign, please tell the people the truth. Don't spend much time on talking about HH work and this and that. Try to explain to the people why we are where we are today, why economically we are struggling, so that people can be able to understand you and put that confidence in you that you come 20 or 12 August to give you that winning vote. Otherwise, to be spending much time talking about HH, people may not understand what is happening currently now. Because for me, I know that globally we've been affected. Our minister is copper, and copper was that lowest from just about a year ago. So you can see that even the party, not about water. So please try to explain to the people why we are going through.
Mr. Lungu, we get your point. You're asking Mr. Lusambo to explain why they are going through the hardships. All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Lusambo, let's start with Wiseman Tembo. Is there a wind of change?
Thank you very much. That was a very wise question from Mr. Wiseman Tembo that we have been in.
You're on the MMD side at the time that the PF came into power.
Support. Nobody never said that MMD. Shakwete opposition MMD mwebantu. Nshali po government ya MMD. Nadife support wa MMD. Nomba nadichufora cha MMD chonza. MMD. But tete tukane because Omotwali, yes, we are in MMD and our forefathers fought for the reintroducing of the multi-party system in our country, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud of them. Yes, the question has been asked, and in 2011, I can assure you, Pizzy, that the window of change was there. We had meetings day in, night and day, just to see how we can stop the wind of change in 2011. All of us, we are saying that things are not going very well in 2011. Today, even the young boys out there, they know that there's no wind of change. There's nothing, no wind of change. The people of Zambia, they have decided they want to continue with His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu and his team. And us, we don't take people for granted. We have done what we are supposed to do, and we'll continue doing more. That's why President Edgar Chagwa Lungu has told us, guys, we should not relax. Let us be in gear 6 for us to show the people of Zambia that we mean well. And I can assure you that under the leadership of His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu, we mean well. To you, PZ, and the rest of the citizens of this country and beyond. We want to transform Zambia, and we have managed to do that. The issue of economy, which we are talking about today, it's not the baby for Zambia alone. You know, we are not an island. We are a global village. We are part of the global village. And what affects China affects Zambia. The thing that affects America will affect Zambia. So when you are trying to talk about economy, you have also to put a lot of things into consideration. As Zambia, we have managed to diversify under His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Diversification has taken place, and I can assure you that most of the people now in Zambia, they are farmers, including me. I am a farmer, PZ. You won't come to my house, find in my house without a mini meal, because I'll provide my own mini meal. I'll provide my own groundnuts. I'll provide my own chihuahua and the others, because that is the trend which President Edgar Chagwa Lungu wants to install in each and every Zambian. We have managed to do diversification into agriculture, aquaculture, poultry, and many other fields. We want to move from copper dependency to other sectors. And President Edgar Chagwa Lungu's plan is to see that in the agriculture sector, it's not only providing for consumption. We want to run agriculture as business. We want to run aquaculture as business. Those are the things which we have been doing, which we are still doing, and which we will be continue to do under the leadership of His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu. So there is no window of change in our country, not at all.
All right, Bright Mambo says...
Bright Mambo is a bitter man. He's a bitter man.
He actually called you a bitter man.
No, the way he was coming out, you can even see that this one is a bitter man. First, he didn't even want to greet me. I don't know why he was even contributing to my show. I would have told you to cut him off, because this is my show. I'm here as a guest on this show. By just courtesy, he was supposed to greet me. He was talking to me. He was supposed to greet me. So his comment, actually, we can even brush it off, because I don't know the person he was talking to. If he wanted me to respond, he would have greeted me first.
All right, so you've decided not to respond to Bright Mambo. Let's move on to Moses Lungu. Moses Lungu says, why don't you spend this time and energy explaining to the people of Zambia how you're going to get out of these economic hardships?
Exactly. That is a very wise question from Moses Lungu. The reason why we are here is to educate the people of Zambia, to give them hope the people of Zambia. And when we talked about Akainde Ichilema, it was a question which came from the presenter concerning Akainde Ichilema. But our priority number one is to make sure that we give the people of Zambia hope. And I can assure you that the people of Zambia, they need this hope from the PF, from the government, in terms of economy, in terms of diversification, and the things which we have achieved. Today, PZ, in our country, we have been recording bumper harvests year in, year out. And as we speak, under the leadership of His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the farming inputs for 2021-2022 farming season, we have already delivered into the districts, and they will soon start going into wards and constituencies and wards to show that we are committed to run agriculture as business. We are committed to have food security in our country. That is the thing which we are doing with His Excellency President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And President Edgar Chagwa Lungu has vowed that we are going to buy the grain from the farmers who will visit each and every district, each and every constituency and wards to buy this grain from farmers. We don't want the briefcase businessmen to go and buy the grain from our farmers so that they can sabotage the country. President Edgar Chagwa Lungu wants to give the people of Zambia cheap food. He wants to give the people of Zambia the comfortable life.
All right. As we bring this to a close, Honorable Lusambo, from here, I know that you're going to Kabushi for campaigns. What are you telling the people of Kabushi or on your, on why they should vote for you and your president, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and his running mate, Professor Nkanduluo?
Our message is very simple. Our message, we are getting the message from the manifesto, the things which we have done. And those things, it is also there in Kabushi constituency when we talk about health posts. Even us, we have in Kabushi constituency. If you talk about roads, even us, we have in Kabushi constituency. If you talk about markets, we have in Kabushi constituency. If you talk about schools, those are the things which we have. So the people in Kabushi constituency, the things which we'll be talking about things which they are seeing. We are not going to talk about things which they are not seeing. We are going to talk about tangible things. They will see. If you are talking about women empowerment, youth empowerment, it is not only the things on radio, on paper. They will see it. They have been seeing those things in our constituency. So for us as the PF, and for me as the candidate, my message to the people of Kabushi constituency is very simple. It's very simple. It's to talk about the things which we are doing. The message which my councillors will carry, very simple, is to talk about the things which we have done, the things which we are doing, and the things which we are about to do in Kabushi constituency and the Copper Belt at large. So for me as a candidate for Kabushi constituency, kulibe vaboza, kulibe. Waenda Kabushi constituency at Nzabauza vaboza, kulibe. You talk about real issues, the things which they are seeing. I'll be telling them, I'll be talking to them, guys, have you seen this road which we are constructing? From here, we'll be moving to this road. From here, we'll be moving to this road. Because they are seeing that there is a construction of roads in Kabushi constituency. Have you seen this, the mouthpiece infrastructure of a market here? From here, we are also going to do the smaller markets in Kabushi constituency. They will accept because they are seeing the things which we are doing. So for us, we will be giving the people of Kabushi hope by giving them the message which they are going to agree with us. When we say roads, they will say, yes, Bowman, it's true. The roads have started, you are constructing roads. If we talk about markets, they will say, yes, Bowman, it's true. The markets are being constructed. And many other things. We do a lot of things in the constituency, busy. Because we have a lot of things which we have done. We have a lot of things which we are doing. And we have a lot of things on plate for us to achieve in the next 5 years.
Okay. I would like to thank you very much for coming through to the hot seat this Thursday morning.
Thank you very much, Pizzy. And lekanjimbile kofi bakateka banda kalwimbo ninji shiwenshita naipwa nomba ifo alisha tulembako tunyimbo kukabushu constituency. Tulembako akalwimbo kwali bakalwimbo akasuma sana kaefi pakufunyapo ediga mukese na mashaveo amapiki na masembe uyu ediga mwamona alimbwa palupili ngabula muchanga ngakale mwamulimbula. I thank you.
So I clearly see why you're not part of the PF choir.
We'll leave
that for another day. That's Honorable Bowman Lusambo there, aspiring member of parliament for Kabushi constituency on the Copper Belt.
President Edgar Chagwa Lungu and the PF have delivered